What's up, everybody? It is Rapmark here on my Sith Inquisitor again, here at another Flashpoint, this time the Foundry. This is the direct sequel to Boarding Party, which I ran earlier. So this little beginning clip sort of explains the whole situation. So just stand by and listen.
Helmsman, set course for the Foundry.
Yes, my lord. Laying in course. Any words to the crew before the assault?
Those who do my bidding will win the favor of the Sith. That is all you need to know.
Course set. Engaging hyperdrive. Transmitting authorization codes to the Republic fleet. They're allowing us to pass the blockade. Approaching the Foundry. Receiving transmission.
This is landing control to Republic Cruiser Doran Sky. You're 6 hours off schedule. Is there a problem?
We're past the blockade. Get us to the Foundry.
I'll see if I can fake a comm malfunction, but they'll be suspicious. Going in. We're docked. Estimate 2 minutes until our fleet arrives and the battle begins. If I may be so bold, I suggest you take the offensive.
Alrighty, so that is how it begins. So this is the first boss. As we jump down to it, it is the Foundry Guardian. This is a fairly simple fight. I think most of its mechanics are designed primarily for melee. I was healing at the time, so I didn't notice anything too bad. Every once in a while there was a burst of damage. But ultimately this really isn't that hard of a fight. It's cake. Yeah, just smack the heck out of it. It'll fall down eventually. And let's see, is there anything? No, it looks like it just does a sort of quick fire attack every once in a while, but yeah, there was nothing really that I found overly hard about this. So 5. Well, no. I won't try to do a countdown, that would be silly. I just get bored, and so finish taking him out, and behold, there's your loot. Which brings us to the second cutscene you sort of run into. This is a little bit past the next area.
Stop. It's time we talked. I am the master of the Foundry. Once the Emperor's prisoner, now the man you've come to destroy.
Open this door and face me.
I don't want to fight you. 300 years ago, I found your empire in the stars and stood against the Emperor himself. I was betrayed, defeated.
I paid the price as the Emperor ravaged my mind over centuries. But I gave him nothing. I am proof that the dark side can be resisted.
You say you're a Jedi. You say you fought the Emperor.
In my time, servants of the Sith invaded the Republic. I gave up everything to seek their masters, and I discovered Droman Kaas. I've seen the Emperor's corruption. He and everything he's built must be destroyed, or the galaxy will suffer forever. You don't need to die with him. Surrender, and you can wait out this war as comfortable prisoners.
Talk to me. We can work for peace together.
I've been betrayed one time too many. You leave me no choice but to turn the Foundry against you. These machines are extermination droids. My infinite army. Farewell.
And then that takes us to this next one. This also follows up to a boss fight, so...
Assessment. You have been exceedingly sporting during our hunt. I am HK-47, the Master's most faithful ally. Once a mere assassin droid, it is now my burden and joy to command the Foundry's mechanical armies.
It's time to turn over the extermination units.
Rejection. I would not advise taking control, given their current program. The extermination droids are my Master's crowning achievement. They are equipped with bioscanners capable of detecting Sith genetic material. Any organics with Sith ancestry will be slaughtered. This includes 97.8% of the Imperial population.
So when you wipe out half the galaxy, I'll be one of the survivors.
Commentary. Unfortunately for you, the Master still wants you dead. Your bones will make excellent trophies to commemorate my return to assassination. Prejudice set to maximum.
Alright, so long and the short of this fight is it is very long, very painful, and very healing intensive. I had to go DPS on this. So yeah, if you don't have a full spec healer who can do AoE heals, then it kind of is a problem. So he just sort of releases his droids like in periods of the fight. He then disappears, and then once you kill all them, he shows up again. You kind of have to off-tank him while all this is going on. And then he'll just magically go poof. It looks like every fourth to a third he disappears and he does this. And he'll just go into his thing. Now you want to take a corner at this point, because it's going to protect him. Do that. Release the locks. Destroy the droids that come out. And that's actually the hardest part, but yeah, it's essentially just all that over and over again. So now we repeat to where we were at the very beginning of the fight. Fight him down, he gets down to a certain point, he releases his droids. So now we're attacking his droids. Fortunately, they're only strong, they're not elite or anything like awesome, because that would suck, because this is already such a force-intensive fight. I mean, this fight lasts, for this run, I think it lasted like 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes. It was a long fight. So yeah, once again, pick your corner. When they pop up, snap the locks. Take down the droids. And rinse and repeat. So this is actually like the third time I actually had to run this dungeon to actually get this recorded successfully, because unless like everyone in the group was like 41 or so, being a leveling spec healer just wasn't gonna work out. So I had to just go in his DPS, and I was just like, alright. Because yeah, it was just so hard to keep up with the healing for this. Because you got people who are everywhere, you got damage that's flying all over the place. I mean, it's just nuts. But yeah, now that we've gotten a proper healer, this actually is not a hard fight. Like, literally the hardest part of this fight is the healing. So, if you got a good healer, this this fight is cake. It's long, but it's easy. As long as your healer keeps his situational awareness and is good at preserving his mana, you actually should have no problem at all bringing this guy down. I think he's going to do one more. Yeah, he is. He's going to do one more, and then we're going to take him down.
Warning, excessive damage sustained.
Yeah, he vanishes. But yeah, I think we're going to take him out before he actually closes down his thing again. Down it goes. Nope, negative. Alright, so we'll hit this, take out the droids, and then that will be it. And then we'll take a look at the loot table. Hiya! So, droids, rinse and repeat. Down it goes. This last one. He's now out of the box, so we're just going to destroy him. Well, I'm going to destroy this along with this guy. And then we're going to turn and watch him go poof. And off he goes. Yay, loots. So, this happens after you, a bonus quest, you disable two things. It's in the middle of a sand field where there's like sandworms everywhere. And so after you do that, and it gets destroyed, you get this big mama coming up. This isn't a hard fight, but it can be a situational aware fight. Every once in a while, this thing will turn and spit a pool of acid. It's like an area of effect, where if you stand in it, it will cause a lot of damage. But yeah, I mean, aside from that, it's more or less a spank and tank. It's really not a long fight or a hard fight, just watch out for the acid and you should be fine. So yeah, as you can see, it's fairly simple. We're taking him down pretty quick because we're just standing there beating the shit out of him. It works out. And Ruffle now. And even she carries fat loots. So, our next boss is... This is a rather forgettable boss. You run into him around a corner, like, going through toward the inner sanctum. It's about, I think, 2/3 towards it. I mean, really the only thing about this thing is he drops like those annoying droids that shoot the flames out. So I mean, as long as you stay out of bad stuff on the floor, you're more or less okay. Remember, fire is not a buff. Red and blue stuff is typically not a buff either. So yeah, just pound him down and he'll go down. He doesn't really drop great loot. A couple of commendations and the green, but yeah. So this next one leads up to the final boss fight. So I shall let you listen.
That HK unit you destroyed, he waited loyally for 300 years. I can rebuild him, but it won't be the same. Can't you see you're on the wrong side? The Emperor is dead. For you, for me, for the galaxy.
I'm not on anyone's side. I take a job, and I see it through.
And turn a blind eye to the consequences. I understand. As a young Jedi, I went to war. I accepted violence and darkness, and the Emperor called to me from across the galaxy. He made me a Sith Lord and named me Darth Revan. I killed for him. I turned on the Republic. But I have found redemption.
It's past time I ended you. Then we fight.
So, we get to fight against the former Darth Raiden for all those Knights of the Old Republic fans out there. He's gotten himself a new job running this place. Now this boss fight, from what I can tell, it's a little bit tricky. Every once in a while he'll do that knockback and then he'll randomly just target someone and just beat the shit out of them. Which can be kind of a little crazy. And he has so much health. Like, just look at how slow that bar's going down. And if you saw earlier when I actually showed how much he has a lot of health. Alright, now when he does this. I don't know what I was doing. Oh, that's when he does his knockback, and yeah, once again he's gonna pound the crap out of me, and I'm incapacitated. Yeah, that sucks, especially if it was your healer. Fortunately, I'm DPS here. If I was the healer, that would be very, very sad and unfortunate. Ooh, oh yeah, and one thing. Do not stand near the edges on this fight. That knockback will send you clear off the edge. And that is a quick trip to death. So yeah, those are the two main things. He has another phase that's coming up here in just a bit. Yeah, his second phase, yeah, he'll suck you in and then he'll start to do that. Turn around and like go as fast as you can to get out of there, because that can suck. It's not too damaging, and I heard they kind of nerfed it from when this fight first came out, but yeah, he's still coming at me and beating the crap out of me. But yeah, it's still annoying, and don't screw your healer by doing that sort of thing. Turn around and walk away. And sucking in. And out we go. Alright, now there's going to be another thing he's going to do. Yeah, this is his third phase where he starts dropping meteors everywhere. Now there's usually an indicator on where one's going to land. And I don't know if I was just lucky or if I found a sweet spot. This might be just a sweet spot where no meteors can land, but I could have just been lucky also. But yeah, that's going to be the hardest part. He's going to still suck you in, and then watch out for the falling meteors again, because he'll still do that as well. And then yeah, he becomes invulnerable, but essentially when he goes into this monologue, you've won. poof. And fat loads. And that there was the Foundry, essentially. We'll do this little cutscene here.
This is station control of the Imperial fleet. The Foundry is ours.
Excellent work, all of you. We lost good men in the fleet battle, but we're mopping up the last of the Republic ships now. I assume the Jedi Master has also been eliminated?
That Jedi Master used to be a Sith called Darth Revan.
Yes. That's a matter we should discuss in person. As soon as we're secure, we'll conference with Darth Malgus aboard the flagship. You have my congratulations and my admiration. Fenir out.
And that is the end. So, once again, thank you all for joining me. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you later.